Welcome to Three Things for March 31st, 2023. Dairy owner wants to sell. You know that dairy owner I was making eye contact with a few weeks ago? His name is Nilish, and it turns out he's been trying to sell his dairy for the last 4 years. I'm almost certain that the reason he mentioned this to me is because of how much raspberry licorice and Toblerone I've bought from him already. I don't plan to buy his dairy, but surely one of the 13 subscribers to this email newsletter is in the market for a dairy on the corner of K Road and Simon Street. I don't know how much he's asking, but it can't be much more than the overpriced raspberry licorice. Michael Jackson's drummer plays Billie Jean. My grandpa was a drummer, so I have this thing for the drums. When I would bash away on the kit at my grandparents' house, I can remember various family members helpfully instructing me to drum more quietly. To this day, I love a bit of Phil Collins, John Bonham, Charlie Watts, Phil Rudd, Dave Grohl, and Ringo Starr. Linked to below is one of the most incredible things the YouTube algorithm has spat at me in recent times. Jonathan Moffat, the drummer that used to tour with Michael Jackson, recreated his drum parts to the song Billie Jean. You can also watch him playing the song live in concert from back in the day. A different drummer played on the original studio recording, Leon Chancellor, but that doesn't make this any less remarkable. All I can think about when I watch these clips is how many grueling hours of deliberate practice it would have taken to perfect. Cover letters. As someone who has been searching for full-time work these past 6 months, I can tell how much I want a particular job by how much effort I put into the cover letter. When it's a cut and paste, I know deep down I don't really want the job as badly as I've convinced myself I do. This week a job came up that led to me completely rewriting the cover letter 3 times. Keep in mind, this cover letter has already been through 6 months of rewrites. Each time I showed a draft to Sierra, she was like, nah, you can do better. The most helpful thing was she then added, here's how you can do better. So I smiled, said thank you, and tried to do better. Okay, maybe there was a little teeth grinding. The letter I ended up with was infinitely better than what I started with. It's the good sort of pain to have someone in your life who can lovingly tell you that your work sucks and then back that up by telling you how to make it good. While it remains to be seen whether I'll end up with the gig, the structure for this cover letter and what I would highly recommend aspiring to is tell your story in relation to the company. You want it to feel inevitable that the next chapter of your story will be written at this place. Tell the story of the most relevant accomplishments at your previous places of work as it relates to the role you're applying for. And share 1 or 2 ideas for how to make the company better with the same generosity you would if you'd already gotten the role. In summary, tell some good stories and generously share your best ideas. All up, it took about 5 hours of writing and rewriting to produce a neat, easy-to-read 1-page cover letter. Employers cannot fully know how lucky they've gotten until they've hired you. Before then, we owe it to ourselves to burn a few calories clearly communicating the clues. P.S. The easiest way to manage your money after redundancy.